I'm on a date tonight, so I'll have to just fucking go to... No, I'll just do it in front of her, shouldn't I?
Going! He's kept going! He's gone! Oh, Stockport pressure. And the header into the back of the net! It's Coleman! Armstrong, played in the game. And a superb goal! Johnny did it! Lisa! Rose tries to get the ball in. Wilkinson!
It's a 5-star performance from Stockport County.
All right, we got a small house, a small house, but we got a big bloody heart, I tell you.
Oh, my traditionally larger team has sold more tickets than your traditionally smaller team. Fuck off, I'm sick of it already. Hello and welcome to the 102nd instalment of SK3 TV, the show for the thinking county fan, as long as what the county fan is thinking is, why can both Salford fans pick their own seats at Wembley? What's going on? What's all that about? Yes, we are here with you for the next hour, as we are most Sundays, fixtures dependent, casting a look back at the week in SK3, and what a week it's been. So we've drafted in the reinforcements. It's Dave. Hello, Dave.
Hello, mate. Wembley again, ole, ole, and all that stuff.
Ole, ole. There is meant to be an accent over the E on ole, ole, just for those who are just posting it everywhere. Just thought I'd put that out there. You've got you can tell I've downloaded Duolingo, can't you? And not touched it. No, because the other half has it, and it gets really angry. I didn't realise the owl on it. It has like an angry face on your home. No, not having that. Not being held to ransom. A man who had a look of terror in his face when I mentioned that. Then it's Will. Hello, mate.
Hello. That fucking owl does my head in.
He's a little prick, and I'm not even involved.
Yeah.
I've not even put it in my favourite apps because I don't want to be seeing him when I'm scrolling across to Bet365. For the fourth time that day. Definitely don't want to. Definitely not true.
These bags. Just keeps me up at night, that fucking owl.
Oh. See, Owl's got a good reputation from Harry Potter. And then, see, they're living off that good press. Anyway, enough about the owls in Harry Potter.
Even pre-Harry Potter, there was this idea that the owl is wise, but actually owls are one of the stupidest birds in the animal kingdom.
They do look stupid.
They are stupid. Really,
if only they were delicious as well.
Most of the brain is doing the eye work.
Just on the subject of owls, I saw a video the other day. How many owls would you have to see in a single morning to start to think something really weird was going on? We'll go about your day.
One.
See, I was driving to Macclesfield a couple of weeks ago and saw a bright white owl, but it was in the middle of the night, so I didn't think anything weird of it.
I'm just making a note of the phrase on the subject of owls. To be honest, yeah, things that no one's ever said and ever will, I don't think. But let's say what we can do, we can have 55 minutes of saying things that people have already said, because they've been waxing lyrical all week about our playoff campaign that, let's face it, in February was written off already. It was, we'll get there and we'll get humiliated in the semi-finals. We didn't. But first, before we get to that, settle down, I can tell you're straining at the leash. We will do some admin. We are, of course, proudly sponsored by Blackbird Kitchen. Find everything in the episode description. And find all our links in the episode description as well that will allow you to follow, rate, review, subscribe, and do all of that. Closing in on 500 subscribers on YouTube now, which is the big number. That's what you want to hit, because then you can start doing adverts for like incontinence pads and stuff like that. Just in the middle of it. In a few months, it'll be Dave saying, on the subject of owls, and then it'll cut to like an advert for like Viagra or something. I'm assuming the adverts will all be linked into us somehow. So it'll be Viagra for you two and Bet365 for me. We are sorted. Right, without further ado, should we get on to some football after this? So first and foremost, with respect to the Stevenage second leg, I think the prevailing thought after last week was that I mean obviously it's good to win a game anyway, but that last minute winner really did change the entire complexion. It felt like there was this thought process that Stevenage are going to have to come out. Well, Stevenage don't know how to come out. That's just not their game at all. They're very good at what they do, but coming out. Do you think I'm fair, Dave, in saying Stevenage will look back on that with some regrets?
Yeah, how could you not? You know,
They gave nowhere near the best account of themselves.
No, the first leg they were definitely playing for that 0-0, weren't they? And they almost got it. And then, I was one of the people who thought they would come out and have to attack us on Wednesday night. Spoke to a couple of their fans before the game, and they expected kind of the same thing. They were going to come out and attack, but I don't think they entered our half properly until the second half, and by that point the game was already done with. I do feel sorry for Pierre Gianni. I think over the 2 legs he was their best player by far, and has ended up playing a key part in 2 goals that they've let in.
And let's face it, scoring an own goal, because it's going wide. Let's just nip that in the bud.
But no, they'll regret it. You'd rather go for it like last season in our playoff campaign against Leyton Orient. Well, there were talking points, but I think we gave it our all, and there was no regrets to be had from our side other than penalty shootouts. But they'll be gutted. It's a long way to come on a Wednesday, especially when you've watched your team do that. But they all stayed back in Clapton, which was very commendable.
Yeah, so everybody should do. And were rewarded by having pyros thrown at them, which is a bit of damage to the roof by all accounts as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
They could have set on fire, wouldn't they, actually? Really?
Yeah,
Well,
If
you would hope
if
not.
anything's going to set on fire, it'd be that.
You would hope it's made of non-combustible materials, but it's not my area anymore. So
Just making a note of non-combustible materials there. We've found an episode title 7 minutes in there. Sorted, new record. Will, for you, how pleasing was it? Because it's been a common theme this season of us being on top early on, not taking any of the numerous chances, and then getting caught on the break or from a set piece. Was there any point in that first 15, 20 minutes or so where you thought it wasn't going to go our way?
I don't think I ever thought it wasn't going to go our way. I think we came out, we approached the game exactly as I was hoping we would, which is as if we hadn't scored that last minute goal. We'd come out, we'd gone, we're at home, we need to attack them, from the off, and we need to try and go for the win. I think getting the goal fairly early on really settled my nerves. Like, I was strangely confident before the game. I would argue probably more confident than I was when we played Wickham, and I was pretty confident then, way back. And then, once that first goal went in from Barry, I kind of thought, we've done this. They're not getting back into this. And then what scores?
Let's give it him.
Just give it to him. It's fine. What scores? And I genuinely at that point thought we were going to go and get 3 or 4. Like, I actually did think, and if anything, I sort of left a little bit disappointed that we didn't score more, but also couldn't give a shit. We won the tie, and we're going to Wembley.
Yeah, it was really. I mean, even as the sort of rampaging, freewheeling madman who is into a bit of jeopardy, it was sort of because I had a strange thought process all day. I mean, I've spoken to you both about the various woes that befell me that morning. So either, well, things are going to carry on going wrong to the point that County are going to embarrass themselves tonight, or this is all the stuff I've got to go through for us to win. And then it was just up and down all day. I was on the way to Stockport, off to Basque, and I started thinking, I walked past the ground, and I started getting this feeling, it's going to be all right. It's going to be all right. And then started talking to people in Basque. And I was like, I've got this horrible feeling. I've just got this awful feeling. And it kept fluctuating. It's like when I don't know if you're the same, but when you're out drinking and you play pool, there's a certain point with me, a certain level of drunkenness where I'm just the best pool player ever. Like I can actually beat the people who go to the pub with their own queue. You know, the ones who are really good, who never lose. I've actually beat people like that. But when I'm in that situation where I get really good, if I have one more sip of my drink, like I'm seeing two queues, like I'm missing my shot and like ripping half the table up, and it felt like that with my drinking on Wednesday. It felt like it got to the point. Found that they have a kiwi and lime cider in Basque, so about 5 of them went down in an hour. I had horrific heartburn. So again, just another thing to add to the list of, oh, this is the worst day ever. This is going to be horrible. Settled slightly by seeing the lineup unchanged again, as we expected. That's fair. Good. Right. I feel happy. There's no unnecessary tinkering. Everyone knows what they're doing. First little annoyance, DJ, pitch side. Not for me. Dave, thoughts?
I think I got to my seat about 25 to, so I think it was only on for about 15, 20 minutes after that. I think from when I got there, it was filling up a little bit. When the fans started to sing songs that the DJ wasn't playing, he did stop playing his music to allow the fans to sing those songs. Yeah. Is it for the side of a football stadium before a match? Probably no, it's not. But then, at the same time,
as we've spoken about many times, we do have there is an atmosphere problem.
Yeah, I also don't think holding some plastic sheets up improves any atmosphere. But just before we get on to any further into the pre-match or match, when me and Lily turned up, she went and gave Steve Bellis a fortnightly hug, right? And then he said, just had a little chat, and he said he managed to slip out. Oh, we're just waiting for Mr. Madden. I was like, right, so fucking weird then.
Yeah, so that's settling.
Yeah, so that was a 15-minute wait. And then when he turned up, Lily went, "Can I have a picture, Paddy?" And I said, "Oh, I'll jump on this one, Paddy." And he went, "No problem." "Oh, hey, mate, how are you doing?" "Yeah, I'm good, Paddy. Yeah, good, thanks."
Aww.
So basically, me and Paddy are best mates now. So
I will never come to terms with being recognised by name by a footballer. It's just one of those weird things. Never get used to that.
Nope.
No.
So as we were walking off, Lily was going, does he know you? I was like, of course he does.
Yeah, you and Paddy are like this.
Yeah. You can start using that now, though.
Don't you know?
If she misbehaves, are you going to start being like, well, I'll ring Paddy. If you don't get to bed now, I'll give Paddy a ring.
Good idea.
Yeah, but that could backfire, though, because she could think, oh, if I misbehave,
I'll speak to Paddy Madden.
Paddy Madden again.
That's a point. Yeah. Yeah, probably don't do it. Yeah, it's not worth it. If that backfires, it's going to backfire in a big way. No, we don't need that.
But no, DJ's not for me.
Yeah, no, it's. I know it's more of a big occasion type thing. I mean, we'll be having one at Wembley next week.
Yeah.
So that's something to look forward to. Yeah, really. Once again, it's the old Arjen Robben thing, isn't it? Again, of you know what he's going to do, but you just can't stop him doing it. I'd started to get to the point when Louis Barry scored. I felt the half was maybe going to peter out and going to go in at half-time 0-0. I just felt there was going to be another 20 minutes of it gently petering out. And then for the goal to come when it did, you just felt... Of all the cheers I've heard when a goal's gone in, that one felt more like relief. Because I think there was this thing at the back of people's minds that, Stevenage are exactly the type of team who'll come and win here. So to get the goal out early on I think, as you were saying before, you were disappointed we didn't manage to add another one or two. And I think a lot of that is down to us just being so good in the first half. And then the atmosphere is going to drop second half because of that, because it's just a procession. And that contributes to the performance. I'd say the performance we saw in the second half, like it was bad, it wasn't. It was just a textbook exercise in not overexerting yourself ahead of a big final and just shutting the game down. It's absolutely spot on. And once again, it's all happened accidentally. As we predicted, it has all happened accidentally. We've found in terms of outlandish things we've stumbled on to bring about a big winning run, it's not. It's slightly more left field than Ethan Pye at left back. Let's just say Ibitoy being out and Ethan Pye. It's a bit more, than that. But Kyle wanted to say, and I'm genuinely worried. did not like seeing Troy Deeney talk. I don't want Troy Deeney talking about. Troy Deeney does not pay attention to the EFL. I'm not having it. I'm not having it that Troy Deeney has his finger on the pulse. He was going on this week about who's the most expansive side out of us and Bolton. I guarantee the only 2 games he's watched of us and Bolton were Wednesday and Thursday night. That was it.
Probably.
And he called him Kyle Wootton.
Of course he thinks he's a fucking idiot.
I think, isn't that what the commentators on FIFA call him? I'm sure he's Wooten in that.
I don't know.
I could be wrong. I could be misremembering. They do have some interesting pronunciations on the FIFA games. Or, sorry, EAFC, to use its legal name now.
Ridiculous. Absolutely sick of it. Absolutely
Tell you what,
sick of it.
Impressed me. Obviously, second half, under the cosh a little bit. And Corey Adai again, come to the fore, 2 big saves to keep them out. And honestly, if the season started when he came back into the team, he'd be front runner for player of the season had it started then. I say it every week, but I've got to commend him. He didn't have many fans, did he?
No.
Some for his footballing abilities, some for his behaviours, let's say. Both of which have improved enormously, and now he's deservedly, I would say, our number 1.
He really does. It's one thing being the number 1 as selected by the manager, but there's a difference between that and actually looking like a number 1. And he does. When he walks out the tunnel, he's got his head up now. It makes such a difference. Like in his body language, you see his body language when he walks out at the start of the game, straight over to the cheerleading end. His celebrations when we scored both the goals were one of the picks of the night for me. Genuinely starting to believe that he'll be our number 1 next season now. And in terms of turnarounds, it's up there with Sam Walker. Yeah. In terms of a player you thought, well, he's done. Yeah.
Could it might even be bigger than Sam Walker, because goalkeeper's hard, isn't it? If once you've lost your position there, it's hard to get it back. But he's done it twice. But his celebrations after the game as well on the pitch, you could tell how much he's loving it at the minute.
Yeah.
It was brilliant.
Did you have a good run onto the pitch, did you, Dave?
Loved it. Yeah, I had a great time. Lily had a great time. Lily got pushed over. Wasn't too happy about that.
Did you... I don't want to...
No, because they were asking for videos of any incidents that went out, so she got pushed over and I just walked on by and said, "Oh, you all right, pal?"
I don't want to turn this into like a toxic masculinity fest, but did any lanky co-hosts happen to outpace you on the pitch there, Dave?
Did a lanky co-host have a 8-year-old holding hands with them?
I mean, what gets from a personalised, none of your business.
I'm of your race. I'm not having this.
We're not doing this again. I know what you get like with your races, Dave. I don't think I'm ready for... Should we have a race?
Yeah.
Where?
SK3 TV race. Depends what kind of distance you want to do. I'm fine with anything between 0 and...
Depends what kind of distance. 26 miles, Dave. We'll sort that out.
Yeah.
Maybe we can get them to let us do it at Wembley. Do you know when they used to have the... Well, they do the mascot race, don't they? But they did a thing. This must have been like...
race. They did a car race at the Virtue Trophy final. Or did I dream this? Yeah, they had the little car.
Remote control
car. Oh, the little car.
But it wasn't the actual car. It was just on the electric hoardings. So there was an image of a car. Did I dream this? There was an image of the car, and then there was a fan on the pitch alongside it, racing the image of the car.
Right, let's do that with the Vitality dog, Dave. That little prick. Right, we're doing that. Right, someone get on to Steve Bellis.
If anyone could fix it, Steve can.
Yeah. Steve, can you fix it for me to have a race against Dave on the pitch at Edgeley Park and for both of us to escape uninjured?
Oh
God, people did say it.
Genuinely, when I was saying it, I was like, it's entirely possible I hallucinated this entire thing. Like, had I started my new medication then? No, I don't think I had.
I've got to know that's real. Well, hopefully we won't have to. Hopefully it'll be a long time before we find out what goes on in the EFL Trophy final again.
Yeah.
Hopefully
never.
Yes. With that in mind, this is the point of the show where we normally go to see what Chris Eaton has sourced for us. we've gone rogue this week. Presenting to you because let's face it, we're there into dream now. We're starting to think, oh yeah, go on, yeah. Now, I mean, no matter what, we could go into this week and pick up God knows how many more injuries, and you're still gonna have that at the back of your head. We're gonna go and win at Wembley here. So with that in mind, here is our first ever random county championship goal of the week.
Fish with a header. Oh, there's a tremendous goal from Tony Dinning. It was Mark Fish with a header. Picked up in a central position by Tony Dinning. And a right foot shot belted past Jussi Jääskeläinen. And that's the deadlock broken in spectacular fashion by Stockport County.
Good to be reminded, isn't it?
It's almost a shame that we can't play the final at the Reebok. Given our record there, it's a lot better than our record at Wembley.
Well, very much. It's so we'll get on to that now because it's the best time to move on to that. So, Wembley, Will, what's annoying you the most? Because let's face it, it's never going to be straightforward, is it? And
okay,
it seemed as that. So this whole thing of not being able to get any cheap tickets.
It's not even that for me. It's not even that for me.
Is it picking your seats?
It's picking my seat. I'm sorry. Why can't I pick my seat? I've never, like, this whole thing of it's all season. It's ever since we got Allocate. We can't pick seats at away games. Fine. Nobody sits in their assigned seats at away games. Not a problem. Cool. Wembley, chances are people are going to be, you're in my seating. Now, admittedly, this didn't happen to me at the Luton game. Like, I ended up, there was a whole sort of row near the back of a block that had like 3 people on it. So Joe and I pitched up there and were happy enough. But it was still the block that we ended up in because you could pick a block. Not like I kind of get Allocate not having built seating plans for all 23 other clubs in League One. Let's ignore the fact that Future Ticketing used to be able to do it for non-league clubs, but whatever, fine.
They didn't even have seats either.
Well, no. They'll have Wembley because they represent. They don't just work for it. Like they don't just work for us. I'm sure aren't Liverpool one of the teams that use
Liverpool,
Allocate?
Fulham.
Yeah.
Fairly certain. I may be wrong, but I'm fairly certain Hull are also on Allocate.
Yeah.
And they Hull fans, as we speak, are having a bloody whale of a time picking specific seats for Wembley.
Picking their seats, which suggests to me that this is a county decision, and I don't get it. And I just fear that there aren't enough people working at the club right now who understand what it means to be a football fan. But Absolutely. It almost feels like there aren't enough people who know what it's like to go to any live event where you pick a seat. When I go to the cinema, I pick which seat I want to sit in. If I'm sitting at a gig, which is rare, but if I'm doing that, I'll pick a seat. It's every single thing I go to except county away games. And I don't get it. Now, I've actually, if I do end up sitting in my assigned seat at Wembley, I'm actually quite pleased with where I've managed to get to. But that's because I dropped 30 tickets into the basket, which forced me onto a row that I liked. And then I went on the Wembley have a view from your seat. And I actually found, okay, I'm on the back row of a block. So there's going to be no one behind me. And the view should be fine. But it was just, and I managed to also get one that's like 5 seats away from where it gets into a more expensive category. But I shouldn't have to use workarounds to be able to do that. And the fact that the first people...
I know if someone on Yellowboard described them as, with the best will in the world, described them as autistic workarounds. And when you think of, I mean, someone who's involved with this show, who's a prolific message board poster and moderator, had to put 15,000 tickets. Well, it's not one of us three. But he had to put 15,000 tickets into his basket for the Luton game just to be able to pick to sit where he just sit there deleting them.
It's just absolutely unnecessary, and it comes back to this whole thing of it at times feel like we're the most unimportant people there, despite how much smoke gets blown up the fan base's backside when there's videos of fans at games and creating great atmosphere and stuff like that. It actually feels like we don't really matter. And when we feed back to the club going, oh no, this is actually kind of shit, people who work at the club are posting on LinkedIn about how great it's all going. And haven't we sold so many tickets? And the fact that we had sold more tickets at this point for the Carlisle League Two player final than we have sold for the League One player final, the only thing that I can think is the farce around getting hold of a ticket. And the fact that season ticket holders, who are by definition your most loyal fans, they're the people who will spend out hundreds of pounds per person every single year, are getting the worst seats, and they're not getting to, you know, people want tier 2. Now, I don't particularly want tier 2, but people do. They can't do it, and they're season ticket holders. The fact that you've got, and then we get onto the issues with the website double charging people, or telling people
you had that problem, didn't you?
No, it wouldn't charge me full
stop. It wouldn't
stop.
charge you at all. I know someone who was trying to buy 2 tickets has ended up with 6, and it's ludicrous. Just let people pick their tickets and fix the damn website. I have a bit of sympathy with the latter one, but the former one is entirely self-inflicted and unnecessary. Like, just give us.
I think the problem is with the second tier not being available. I'm saying I didn't want that, but I know a few people that do.
Yeah,
we'll tell Wembley or allocate or whoever assigns us a ticket how many tickets we think we're going to sell. Wembley will assign blocks, because the criticism from 2008 was you could buy them anywhere and the atmosphere was crap, and it was. Wasn't it crap? Yeah. But I do agree you should be able to pick your seats, because it's 2026 and you can pick them anywhere.
I do understand the whole thing of not wanting to release the second tier until we've sold an amount. I get that. It is not being able to pick a ticket. It's just unnecessary ball ache for fans. And I don't understand the thinking behind it. It just smacks of people going, oh, well, it works for them every week for away games, and not realizing that Wembley is going to be different.
It's the whole, when you said like about having people who are working there who don't have the experience we have of having to be a fan and have to jump through hoops and everything. I'm starting to think we might not even have anyone working there who's ever had to leave the house for any sort of event, because some of my new favourite.
Oh, have we lost him?
What I feel sorry for is the ticket office staff. I was trying for 4 hours on Friday on the website, so they unsuccessful. I had to walk down and go and buy them there. Sorry that you froze, so we thought we would just fill in.
Yeah, we thought we'd lost you. Yeah, you disappeared.
If only,
but yeah, the front of house staff, be that ticket office people or be that the catering bits, who have to tell people at 10 to 3 on a Saturday that there's no burgers left, none of which is any of these people's fault, but they're on the front line of it and getting all the shit.
Yeah.
Where I do have a little bit of limited sympathy with the ticket office staff is the ridiculous hours that they try and cram everything in. I think I mentioned before, I went and got my away ticket for the Bolton game halfway through the first half of the home game, like 3 or 4 days before, because I'd got to the ground. I was running late getting to the ground. My partner was ill, and I was just like, right, I'll pick up my ticket for Bolton after the game. And then I go on Yellowboard and there's people going, oh, you can't pick it up after the game. So I emailed the ticket office, and fair enough, they got back to me really quickly, and they are always great when you correspond with them, mostly. And they said, oh, you can pick it up until 3:45. And I'm like, well, I'm inside the ground now. Oh, well, you'll have to come at half time. What? Apparently else, 3:45, half time's after that. So I was sat in my seat and I was like, right, fine. And I went out and found a steward who because I'm in the pop side. It's not like you let out of the Cheadle end at half time or during the game potentially to go to the courtyard. I had to get a steward to let me out the gate in the pop side to get around to the ticket office. And I just think, what's an extra 2 hours on a rare occasion where we have people trying to pick up tickets? What's the harm in staying open till 6? And I sort of mentioned that briefly in passing to the steward, and he was like, "Oh, well, they want to go home, don't they?" And I'm like, "Just an extra 2 hours overtime. Just stay open till 5:45 instead of 3:45."
Like in any other job,
Be better for your fans. Be better for the customers. And actually, sorry, one last thing I really want to. Someone posted on Yellowboard something that really made me laugh the other day, which was about going to Tesco, and he said something like, "I'm gonna grab all the things and hope that there's something that they're gonna tell me which ones I can have, which pizza I can have." And then somebody else responded with, "Actually, what you need to do is put 15 pizzas in your basket, and then when you get to the checkout, throw out all the ones that are least appealing until you get one you actually like." And I'm like, that's it. Any other business would not be able to operate this way. But because we're a captive audience, because we're loyal, we're kind of taking the piss out of a little bit, and it's getting annoying.
yeah, the last.
They are open, I would counter that and say they are open a long time on a Saturday, aren't they? And I know people have other things to do on a Saturday, not go to the ticket office, but I doubt
Are
ticket
they
offices
open
are
a long
after
time
the
on a
games at lots of
Saturday?
football grounds.
Because
Half
they
10, half
opened
10,
up-
is it?
yeah, until 3:45. That's not a full working day. And I've done retail. 8 hours in retail is not abnormal. And I've just finished doing a job where I quite often have 14, 15, 16-hour days. And I'm sorry, but a one-off 8-hour day to extend it to 6 o'clock.
We did used to have the
It's
ticket office open after games as well, didn't we?
We did.
Was it an hour after games back in the day? Yeah.
Yeah. And I get people want to finish work and go home. But most away games are e-tickets now. Once in a blue moon, staying open an extra hour or two to benefit supporters and to benefit the club's customers, I don't see why they can't do it. I really don't. I would have gone and picked up before the game, but my partner was ill and I wanted to make sure she was all right. So I prioritized looking after her and then going to the game. Thinking, like we used to be able to, we could pick up tickets after the game. And I don't understand why that's not an option. I understand when there are no tickets to collect and it is just people buying tickets for the day or stuff like that, then yeah, absolutely. Shut at 3:45, who cares? But when there are tickets that people need to collect, and some people don't live in Stockport, some people live a lot further afield and come to games. It's the only time they're at the ground to pick things up. Just an extra hour when you know there's going to be, when it's the last day as well. And they might turn around and go, well, post is an option, but anybody who's dealt with that in the last couple of years knows that it's not really an option. But, sorry, I'm off my soapbox now. I need to get that out.
The weekend of the Bolton game was on the bank holiday Monday. I went on the Thursday to pick up my tickets, and the ticket office was shut. Luckily, the club shop sort of let me walk through to the back and get them. So all the ticket office staff were working there. They're in the office, but they just weren't on the windows, which was a strange. But that was the only time I could go and pick them up. So they let me. But yeah, very peculiar. But ticketing nonsense aside, Dave, what are you expecting from your trip to Wembley on Sunday?
What am I expecting for my trip to Wembley on Sunday?
Both on and off the pitch.
Well, it's another chance to take my kids to Wembley. Twice in a year, they don't know they're born. Well, twice in a month, it'll be 2 months. They don't know they're born. But it's just brilliant.
It's very early 90s coded, isn't it? There's 2 trips in a season.
Yeah. But then, going into, staying at my auntie's who lives near Reading the night before, driving into London on the Sunday morning, go to the game where we're going to win. It's going to be a great day. I'm really confident that we're going to do it. And then we're staying in London until Tuesday. So if we don't win, it's going to be a terrible few days away. But
yeah, I mean, you've not got the thing of having to travel back straight away. Just think of all those people travelling back. There's 2 scenarios here. Those people travelling back after a win, bumping into Bolton fans at every service station and every train station and everything. Great. Losing to Bolton and bumping into him at every train station and service station is a genuinely appalling thought. Really, really minging thought experiment, that, and I don't like it at all. But it's one of, you just, as a game, I mean, it's difficult with playoffs anyway to call it. Having watched both of their semi-finals against Bradford, at no point was I particularly worried about either side. But then again, they'll have watched our games against Stevenage and said the same, because playoffs just genuinely do tend to be cagey most of the time.
Yeah.
It's playoffs, and you get your Premier League fans who like to watch playoffs, and they'll go, "Fucking hell, how are these all in the playoffs? What a shit league it must be." And you're like, "Hold on, it's not the case." Mark Morley said if we lose on not stopping on the way home, rumour has it that he left Stevenage a little bit early away and missed.
Oh no!
Ouch! I had the Stevenage game on my iPad because I was at work, and my boss was sat next to me, and she happened to look over as Benno fell over, and I started going, "Oh, for fuck's sake!" She's like, "Why has he done a forward roll? What's he?" And it was just like, and she was like, "He did that on purpose to distract them," and I'm like, "He didn't. He just fell over."
I mean, it got him in Iceland call up.
So today, I was at Edgeley Park for a tournament, and the nets were up at the railway end and at the Cheadle end. We were at the railway end, so I took a penalty, rocket, top bins, well in the middle.
Still be moving if the net weren't there.
Just a screamer. But however, as I turned around to go and celebrate with the team, my legs just went from below me.
They did, it's true. I think everyone's legs went, because that pitch is slippier than you think it'd be. Is it not great going on the pitch and just marvelling at how good it is? It's like, this is real grass.
Yeah. I did my traditional saunter on about 5 minutes later. Sort of like, I can't be bothered with the whole running on at the beginning. I get it for those who do, but it's just like, it's not for me. But sort of 5 minutes after the final whistle, when it's sort of everybody's bunched around the main stand, I was just like, there's a gate open down there. I'll just slowly walk through that and have a little look around. Took some selfies, and I think the thing that always strikes me every time I do it is fucking hell, football pitches are big.
Yeah, it's huge,
Like,
isn't
I
it?
swear they were not that big when I was a kid. Like, I would occasionally play on a full-size pitch at school, and I'm like, I don't remember it being that big.
I got to the halfway line and I was knackered. I was like, how are players doing that? I mean, they're finely tuned athletes is the answer to that one. That's how they're
started
doing
on the
it.
halfway line and I was knackered. And I was walking. I wasn't, but I just, yeah. But I was genuinely pointing at the ground, and my and just telling my girlfriend, look how good it is, look how good it is.
Yeah.
She'd look
like a reverse compo face.
She'd looked at me like I'd gone mental, and I don't think she was wrong. But yeah, it is remarkable how well that pitch holds up, and especially it's like it takes a beating, and it's been a very wet year, and it still looks like a carpet. Wasn't there an away manager this year who complained about our pitch?
Yeah, there was,
and I was just like, it's possibly the best pitch in the division.
Yeah. And then it goes and wins an award again. The third year in a row.
Like, it's just
Clough, Mansfield.
Was it?
That was it.
They beat us, didn't they? Or did...
Yeah, and they won.
Yeah, and he still could.
Yeah, and he said like, "Oh, we've come here and played on a difficult pitch. Probably difficult in that it was like a carpet and not conducive to long balls. Maybe that was a problem." You mentioned, Will, that you did. Well, I agree with you that maybe it wasn't an occasion that called for a mad rush on, because it was a bit of a procession. But that said, my previous form when it comes to pitch invasions has been well documented. Halifax ran and just ruined the Challoner family moment, and then just didn't know where to go, didn't know what to do.
Salford, opinion.
Salford after this, well, my opinion and Kate Challoner's opinion. After the Salford shootout, I jumped on from the pop side, and you see a man in a white t-shirt just running in a completely different direction to the other 6,000 people on the pitch. So I was like, I've got to get it right this time. And I did. I got close to players this time, because I've never got close to any players when I've gone on. That's it, because I've just gone in totally the wrong direction. I mean, it was all happening at railway end after the Salford game, and I was just in the centre circle, just going round in a circle, not knowing, like, still better than some midfielders we've had in all fairness. I was a lot more mobile than Bohan Dixon for starters. But this time, yeah, I got a glimpse of Benno and a glimpse of Jack Diamond. I was like, I'm in the thick of it here. I'm at the coal face, and I just felt like it sort of put things to bed now. It feels like I've got closure on what's happened previously. So if there is to be another pitch invasion at any point in the future, I'll know what I'm doing. I've
Will,
spent,
you've
to
done-
be fair, since that Salford game, I've spent the last few years just like going past local parks pitches on a Sunday and just running on, just just get it right.
You've been practicing.
Right,
You've been
lads.
training. You've been training
Yeah.
every week since.
Been
the
training
Salford
every
game.
single week, done a lot of fitness work that would lead me to get to the halfway line, which I did. So boxed it off. You go on about your training for your run, Dave. This was a real quiz. I did it. Will, what are you expecting from the game on Sunday? Are we expecting it to be as cagey as people seem to think? Are we? Cagey is really the word of the fortnight. We used cagey a lot last week.
I honestly don't know what to expect. I am glad that Kenny's injured.
Who's going to do the announcements then?
And I think Toll went off.
Apparently
he did. Yeah,
in the second leg against Bradford as well. I wanted to play Bradford though, and it's not even.
yeah.
I've had this thing of who would be more satisfying to beat at Wembley, Bolton. Who would be less galling to lose to at Wembley, Bradford. Like the one saving grace if we do lose is I left pretty sharpish at the full-time whistle at the Luton game. Like we were straight out. And the amount of Luton fans that were sort of streaming back to the tube station at the same time, considering there was a trophy about to be presented, was surprising. I don't think Bolton fans will leave that quickly if they win. But yeah, I will want to be back on a tube and on my way to wherever the car is parked as quickly as possible if we lose, because I've had this fear for months now of hearing Stockport get battered everywhere they go.
Yeah.
Like I've genuinely had that horrible sickening.
I'm hearing it in my sleep at the moment.
Yeah.
It's like
And
very intrusive.
I really wanted it to be Bradford, even though I fully expected Sars would score a 93rd minute winner rather from a Nick Powell cross or something. Like I felt like that was nailed on. But yeah, I think if we play as well as we played for most of the game against, and in fact, you know what, for all of the game against Stevenage, because while we kind of sat back, we defended really well.
We're fully in control.
I was worried when the subs came on because I did think they made us weaker, but it was a thoroughly professional performance. If we play like that against Bolton, I think we'll beat Bolton. My worry is we go into it and we are too cagey and we do let the occasion get the better of us. I hope that having had the experience of the Luton game, there's going to be no danger of anybody being overawed by Wembley, being overawed by the occasion. I don't think there'll be anybody playing the occasion, because one of the things about when we beat Rochdale was it almost felt for Rochdale like they were, for them it was a big deal. Oh, we're at Wembley with this. Yeah. You know, for us it was, we're going to go out, it's a football match, we're going to go out and we're going to win a football match. That's the mindset that we need to be in for this game next Sunday, and if we do that, I think we'll win. If we let the occasion get the better of us, then we'll probably lose.
Yeah. There seems to be a lot of talk, Dave, from both sides, actually, that it boils down to two players, Koji Dewberry and Louis Barry. How offensive do you see that as to every other player who's got both sides there for the majority of the season?
Yeah.
I think from our point of view, all right, Louis Barry, since his last few games have been amazing, but he's only played about 6 games. So there's a lot of very offensive to everybody else. Kyle Wootton would be the one, but obviously he's in defence. But I think because of that, we're playing to our strengths more of the other attacking players that we've got. They need a story, don't they? They need a headline.
Yeah.
And that seems to be this one. But I think everyone, the last 2 games certainly has been really good. I'd like to say on public record, Lewis Fiorini has been fucking brilliant since Exeter away when he's played. And who would have saw that coming?
Yeah. The man who like air kicked a ball 18 months ago when coming on as a substitute.
Multiple times as well. It wasn't just a one-time thing.
There's one in particular that is sort of burned into my retinas. But yeah, you're spot on, Dave. He's been really, really comfortable and composed. He's picked the ball. He's looked up. He's seen runners. He's helped to keep things ticking over. And we talk about Corey Adai's redemption. Christ, imagine if Lewis Fiorini becomes a key player for us next season.
Well,
That would be remarkable.
people talk about Challenger. Oh, sorry, Roman Dixon, aka someone else on Twitter, says Challenger's such a big bully, does this and does that. But if you look at Fiorini, Adai, Odin Bailey, all these people whose future was probably in the balance at best. Now, all right, Fiorini's not in that bracket yet, but he's getting his way back there. So I think they must do something right with the players that are out of the squad to make them feel a part of it, that they can come in at any time. I just hope that our favourite person, our favourite armband chaser, who, by the way, I'm going to say it, on Wednesday, Lily was having a picture with Odin Bailey, and then Lewis Bate walked past, kind of stopped and waited, then looked up and looked at me, and then carried on walking, as if he may have seen our quips about chasing armbands.
Well, maybe he should stop worrying about having the art. All the captain does is the coin toss. Like in the Premier League now, there is now this thing of captains can talk to referees, but that is only Premier League. It's not a rule for the whole Football League and everything else. I'm fairly sure.
Even if it doesn't get applied, does it? Anywhere?
No. It's just the coin toss, with the exception of the possibility at Wembley of penalties. Every time that he's come on, there has actually been nothing for him to do as captain. Just let Ollie Norwood keep the armband. The one at Wembley, and that was, I think, the one that wound me up the most. In fact, it was the one that wound me up the most, because he just ran on, and we're chasing a game with about 5 minutes to go, and he's chasing Ollie Norwood for the armband. An armband that has Ollie Norwood's number on it. Just play your game. Don't worry about putting an armband on. Now, maybe I'm being unfair. Maybe it's coming from the manager. Oh, make sure that when you get on, you get your armband. I can't see it. Just
he won't be in the squad anyway, will he?
Well, I know people. You know what? I'm sticking my flag to the mast. I don't get Lewis Bate. I don't get it. People say, "Oh, it's revisionism."
Keep it light before a playoff final, lads.
Sorry, but
let's turn it around. So my friend,
Bailey, can we sign him on another season?
Yeah, my friend Steve Bray, right? He's come up with what I think is the greatest Stockport County song of the season. I'm not going to sing it, but I'm on a one-man mission here, along with him, to get this sung at Wembley. And I know I've pissed off the people who start the songs off. I understand that. You've pissed me off too. But we're going to Wembley, and let's look at it going as one big family. So it's Agadoo, right? Ethan Pie, Louis Barry and Bailey. Ethan Pie, and Adama Sidibe. Ollie Norwood, Dynamite, scoring goals at Edgeley. Dacres Cogley down the right. And we are Stockport County. And then it goes...
No, I don't know. The syllable issues.
One song for one game, because some of these players might leave, but it needs to happen.
That's the point, yeah. Yeah, let's do that. Well,
Fiorini will fit in somewhere.
For when he's captain next season.
You know, it's interchangeable. This is what I mean.
Macaulay Southam Hales' old chant is getting a little bit of traction now on the pop side.
Notice that.
Josh Dacres Cogley rhymes with Alan Ogley. He plays wide on the right hand side,
which I prefer to the Southam Hales one actually. Yeah. That could only be a yellow block creation.
Yes. Although apparently it didn't. Apparently it was somewhere online that it was found and then taken in by Yellow Block because they saw it and went, "Yeah, fuck it, that'll do." Because you know what? Good. On the subject of players that I like, Dacres Cogley, I'd love him to get the winner for us against Bolton. Because
what did someone on here say about him in January, Dave?
I replied. I messaged it. I did Dez's Q&A. In fact, it was last time Will was on, I believe.
Oh, really?
Nick said Dacres Cogley will go down as a signing of the season, and we laughed and both said Brad Hills. Sorry, Nick, you were absolutely bang on. So when are you not though? So we should have just listened.
Click that. Sorted. Right, done. I'll keep that.
But in all seriousness, though, with Wootton playing where he's playing, Dacres Cogley's got the best out of Wootton. And he's just, you forget what he brings, the calmness that he brings, the balance that he brings, but also going forward, he's really good as well. So I
remember reading a lot of what Bolton fans thought of him when we signed him. And I remember there was a lot of, he's really good. There was a lot of positivity around him as a player. And there were plenty that were disappointed that he'd gone. But the sort of theme among all of it was he's too safe. He'll look up, he'll go forward, and then he'll turn back and play the safe pass. And I remember the first couple of games he played for us, he wasn't doing that. And then there was a couple of games where he started to do it. Then he got injured. And I think since he's come back, he will, if there's nothing on going forward, he will keep possession and play the safe ball. But that's what you want if there's nothing on. You want the safe ball. But he's more than happy to rotate with other players and get to the byline even. And he's been superb. I certainly was describing him as the signing of January at the game, the second leg against Stevenage. Given that Brad Hills has gone out injured, maybe signing of the season. I can't
Brad
think
Hills,
of
who was
anybody
also
else.
bouncing around the technical area doing some celebrations, by the way, on Wednesday night.
Yeah, setting back another 3 months.
They've got braces on. Will you just chill out, please?
Yeah, calm down, mate. We've won nothing yet. But for a note to end on, I know we've been all cheery and stuff, and we're talking ourselves up. Will, if we were to come away from next Sunday empty-handed, God forbid, just how much would that hurt in comparison to, obviously the 4 defeats in the 90s were slightly before our time, but just put yourself in the shoes of how they must have felt. How will a defeat against Bolton compare to all the other Wembley
I feel
failures?
like I was aware of those defeats, but I didn't go to any of them. I was young. I think given the opposition, given the sort of interactions we've had with them over recent years, and I'm not saying it's as intense as this was, but I feel like it's not going to be dissimilar to when we lost to Burnley. Like, I don't feel the same sort of intense hatred and visceral anger that I think existed around the Burnley stuff, but there's a simmering rival there with us and Bolton. I also think if Dave Challoner isn't our manager next season, the idea that his first game was Bolton and his last game was Bolton is an interesting bit of symmetry. But I feel like given the opposition, it will hurt more. And it comes back to the thing I said earlier about if it was Bradford and we lost, like, I'm still happy in League One. Like, I'm not. The main reason I was desperate to get to the Championship was to keep this succession of higher placed league finishes going. That's ended this season. We finished third. We finished third last season. We haven't finished higher.
But we have improved on last season.
We've improved on last season.
Yes, but that, right, we're going to nip this in the bud.
No, we have.
Graph on Football Manager was going up permanently since we bottomed out the National League North. Next season's Football Manager gets released and it's flat.
Yeah, the stat that gets broken out every season is that every year we finished in a higher league position. That's over, but we've still got the record of not finishing in lower than the season before. We've still got that.
There are other ways of doing it, and we have improved. We have got to the final. Last season, we lost in the semis. Absolutely, it's progression as a team. But that particular ever-rising league position, that's done with. So I'm less desperate now to go up this season. But I don't want to lose to Bolton, so we better fucking win.
See, I'm the opposite. I'm absolutely desperate to do it now. I didn't think I was, but I am.
Yeah.
Don't know if it's because it's Bolton, but
I think for me it's because it's Bolton.
I don't know. We've got a chance, and I hate to look back to where we used to be, but I think it's on an eve of a League One playoff final where it's acceptable, where we've been as a club, the games that we've been to, the teams that we've lost to. If you'd have told us back then you'd be in a League One playoff final in 2026, you'd have snapped their hand off. What will annoy me is if we do lose on Sunday, Sunday, isn't it? Yeah, people go, "Oh, that's all right. It's not Vauxhall Motors, is it?" Now that's when it becomes inappropriate. and not
Yes.
allowed.
That'll be the point where I log out on all my devices, lest I do something stupid. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
no, I
Stay
think
logged in, Nick. Stay logged
I'll
in.
get
us all
Let the
cancelled.
demons take over.
it'll be lovely as well if Simon Wilson can go out doing what he absolutely came in to do, to take us from the National League to the Championship. He's done that.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
And I mean, no matter which way it goes next Sunday, either way, next season we've got a Sheffield away day. Either way, that's safe. Let's
And
go
no
full
Bolton away
bullseye.
day.
That's it.
That's
You've
awesome.
got
No
that.
Bolton away day unless we get them in the cup.
Yeah. We stay down. There's the potential for a Salford away day. Woo!
I mean, it's easy for you.
Yeah, walking distance for me.
Yeah.
I will be by then anyway. Yeah.
I went to Salford in the trophy this year, and
Yeah, I did. I was
to go
back.
home.
I was home before the game had finished and had time to stop
Oh,
for
yeah.
a pint and a bag of crisps on the way
I'd
on the way back.
forgotten you left early. It was an awful game.
Outstanding.
Yeah, of those, obviously, Sheffield United I've not been to, so I'd like a trip to Bramall Lane, please.
Yeah, I'd just like a Sheffield away trip. Full stop.
Yeah.
I've not been to either. So
Have you not?
no. I
I
missed
did-
the cup one a couple of years ago. And I
Yeah,
didn't.
I did
I
not.
could have done the one in the cup, but I wanted my first experience of Hillsborough to have a bit more of a sizable crowd. So this could work out all right. I didn't want to go for like a cup game when like 3/4 of the ground was shut and all.
I
that.
mean, I tell you what, I didn't enjoy that away end, and it was sparsely populated.
Yeah.
It was weird.
So, but from what fans of other clubs say, I'm surprised that away end is still the away end. Genuinely astonishing. Right, is there anything else before we wrap up? Because next time we're live, we will know our fate.
Well,
Unless we did a live spontaneous episode at Wembley.
Or on Castle Street.
no, hold on. I've just seen a comment that's really pissed me off. I'm gonna have to address it.
I've seen it.
Go on. What is it?
Is it the Cody Johnson game?
Yeah.
That's the one I thought it was. Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Cody
not the
Johnson
Stanley
game.
Matthews final.
Yeah. He had an all right game for the first and only time for County, and it's the Cody Johnson game. He got a song off the back of it. He got a loan recall then, didn't he? I don't know if that was before or after, but
No, he got recalled, played that
And then
game,
played.
and then kind of bombed out the side. And I mean, I do.
and now
like-
where is he? Halifax.
Yeah, they do like.
He's going to be the
I
next
like-
big thing. Him. Why? Because
I
he had
think
Barry
he's gonna-
Bannon in his pocket. Barry Bannon's got more hair on the side of his head as on the top of it.
There we go.
Come on. Yeah, I said it.
Oh, Barry Bannon's wife will be coming for you now. Have you seen the state of it on
Yeah,
Twitter?
he's
Christ
going back
almighty, she's
there,
not
isn't he?
happy, is she?
Apparently.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Wasn't he at Millwall this season?
Yeah. But then,
Yeah.
because he said he'll return from your holiday or something, and then his wife said on Twitter, "Holidays are supposed to be fun."
Oh God! Let's have some of that on next Sunday if it all goes tits up. Let's have players' wives making a holy show of themselves on Twitter. We don't get enough of that at our club. But I'd say it's the one thing holding us back, to be honest.
Wonder
Yeah.
if Darren from Hollyoaks is going to be there this time.
I hope he's
Tom
not.
was a County fan.
Right? Is he? Is he a County fan? Or?
I don't know.
Well,
I
he
saw
is
him in
now.
the I saw Darren from Hollyoaks in the toilets at Wembley against Luton. Did I not tell you this?
Yeah, you did. Yeah. But I didn't know if he was actually a
And
fan.
I said, "You're not a County fan." He said, "Well, I'm at Wembley, aren't I?" I said, "Well, yeah, it's a fair comment."
I don't. It's not. It's definitely not.
I wouldn't go to
Speaking-
Wembley to watch another team.
Oh no,
Speaking of
the people would. If they've
people
got
do.
mates who.
Yeah, people do.
Actually, I went to the FA Trophy and FA Vars finals day many years ago, and County weren't there. So
There you go, Dave. There you go. You were supporting 4 teams that day.
no, I went in for the final. I went in for the FA Trophy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Didn't do the
none of
Vars
that.
as
None
well.
of that poverty bars nonsense.
Because the Stockport refs got loads of free tickets, and I was a Stockport ref then.
Oh,
So,
there we go.
We went. Got
What a
absolutely,
day.
got absolutely blooded, and we're walking out the ground. There was loads of coppers on the bridge above. So I shouted, "Coppers, coppers, give us a wave!" And then they waved. And what are you waving at? It's quite funny.
Classic. God, Bill being unleashed.
So
And that's how mad I used to get.
I'm currently 2-1 down at Wembley. But my brother is still 1-0 up because he only got to Rochdale, and he told me yesterday that he's going next week.
I'm
So
at
hopefully-
1-1.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you didn't do Luton, did you?
Yeah, I'm 2-1
No.
also.
Yeah. So maybe my brother's the missing piece. So if we win, I might have to make sure he's at any other time that we go to Wembley.
Well, this time next week, all being well, we'll be on Castle Street, broadcasting me being sick into a bin live. So
Sounds
how does
fun.
that sound?
That is actually the nice thing about an earlier kickoff is if we are doing it all in one day, get back to Stockport, get on the piss, should we win, or lose, fuck it, drown our sorrows. It's, you know, game's over by 3 or 4 o'clock. Happy days.
Better bloody have been,
That's
not
it.
doing extra time.
Oh, God. And have you seen the weather forecast?
Yeah,
Same weather as Carlisle, and we're on the same side. And I nearly died last time. Genuinely thought I was going to pass away during extra time. It was horrible. Oh, right. That's just about enough of that, I think. We can have a nice week of definitely not relaxing, definitely not getting stressed out, definitely not having anxiety dreams or worst case scenario thoughts popping into your head. It's all going to be fine. Just chilled.
Malik
Definitely not going to
Nobber's
start
last
arguing.
minute winner to bookend the season with goals against Bolton.
I will be having a fiver on a double of Mothersill to score or assist and Fiorini to score or assist, because it just feels like that's exactly the type of banter season we've had this year. And nailed on. It's coming in that half that. Right, so we will be back in the wake of the final. Obviously, the result will dictate how much of a wait we need before we react to it. So all being well, we'll be doing it from the concourse at Wembley. You never know. Powered by EE. So
Yeah.
should get good reception there. Well, I definitely won't have to go to the toilets to use my phone like last time at the Carlisle game. That was horrible. Next to like one specific cubicle, you had to like stand there and get signal.
I did know actually, you know, this is incredibly boring. I'm not going to go there. I stopped myself.
God, I
That's
wish
called
I'd said
growth.
that an hour and 2 minutes
That's
ago.
called growth.
Right, there we go. You can text me and tell me what that was after. We will be back next week. Keep an eye on all our socials so you know when we're back. And also follow us on YouTube and you get a notification. Dave, you say goodbye to the horrible people this week.
Goodbye, horrible people. And just one more thing. Ethan, pie. It'll be in everyone's head for tonight now. Thank you. Goodbye,
Thanks,
horrible
mate.
people.
Okay, that. Great. I've got a night
Thanks,
of work
Dave.
with that in my head. Will, you can say goodbye to the nice people. Make
Goodbye,
it
nice
accessible.
people. Goodbye, nice people. You're all so lovely. We love having you here. Thank you.
Goodbye, nice people. Goodbye, bad people. Goodbye, medium people. Bye, everyone. See you next week.
Bye.